All right, we'll call this part 2 of my background. So I'm trying to go through it fairly quick. There's going to be more that comes out through these videos in the course of the next year or 10 years, however long God tells me to do this. I also post on Facebook, and that's where this all started. I got into a rehab program, and what it was I'd gotten hooked on the meth. I got hooked on the needle. And after 3 times of going to prison, 3 times of coming out and getting high again, wind up going back the last time, I got out and I called a friend of mine over in Texas. Her name's Kim. Life's godsend to me. And I told her I'm gonna go to rehab this time. I'm not messing around. I'm gonna get away from the ex-wife who is narcissist to the T. I mean, just toxic. And I'm gonna go to rehab. And she asked me, which one you going to? I said, I don't know. God hasn't told me yet. About 15 minutes later, a friend of mine called that I used to get high with, and a year or 2 ago. And he said, I'm in a rehab program here in Cleveland, Georgia. I'm on the staff. I said, well, I guess God told me where I need to go. So I called Miss Jessica. She's the lady in charge there. Her and her husband, Cody, they own the place, Levi's House. Faith-based, Christ-based rehab program. And she told me once they had a bed open that I could get in. So I start driving her nuts. I text her and call her quite often. And after about 2 months, I was like, oh, I just can't wait anymore. And I decided I was going to kill myself that day. I was going to go get some fentanyl. I'm a meth addict, so shooting fentanyl was not my thing, but I figured a little bit of fentanyl would take care of the job. Once I made that decision, about 2 hours later, she called me and said, we got a bed open, come on down. So I gathered up I did what every junkie does. I gathered up all the dope I could find and did one last big shot because I'm going to rehab. And my buddy that had called me, he come to pick me up, and he says, we're not going to rehab, we're going to church. I was like, dude, take me back to prison. I was like, just drop me off at any local police station. I know I got warrants. They'll just take me back to prison. He got me this was July 3rd last year. So we got to Crossover Church. Now, I didn't know at the time, Crossover Church is a recovery church. 80% of the people there are alcoholics or addicts. Here I am, floptastic. I mean, flopped out. They got fireworks going on, all the food, 200 people. Nobody judged me. Nobody judged me at all. They just loved me and brought me in. And that was the first genuine thing that I'd probably felt in a decade. And so the way I look at it, Miss Jessica and Cody and God, they saved my life. And Crossover Church made me want to keep it. That's the way I see it.